Sonya Joshua Oluwasegun, a 500 level student of the Department of Mechanical Engineering, University of Ilorin. I am the president of the department. Yes, I chose the course chose me because at some point I I almost did not have the course when I did dreams because I did dreams. I gained admission by UTME by day dreams. While in remedial, I was studying mathematics education and I already gave up hope then that I'll be a maths teacher eventually. But then when the admission came out, I was admitted by UTME and it was mechanical engineering. Mm, at first, it was just a mere dream. Every student's fantasy. I want to be this, I want to be that, I want to be so. But then I had a friend then in 100 level. I still have the friend, Tayo. His elder brother, Onyi, was the then faculty president of the National Association of Physical Sciences Students, NAFS. He brought he made the fantasy, made it a dream, and it helps me, kindle the fire to work towards it. Thanks to Onyi now, I am the department president because he actually nurtured us then, myself and Tayo. Balancing politics and academics is just it can be stressful at times, but then once you can do your time management, if you take your time management seriously, you know what to do, what and when to do and when not to do. You know what to do and when to do them. You have no problems. You know when to dedicate your time for your studies. You know when to dedicate your time for the politics. Every time you should not forget what your primary assignment in school is, which is to study and get the grades, which I have never for once forgotten. So I'm back. Campus politics to mainstream politics, sometimes they might be quite different and many times they are the same. The reason I said they are the same is in politics all you need is the numbers. In mainstream politics you need the numbers also. The only difference is that here there are no parties, there's no party system. Or clearly put, there are no open party system on campus here. See, I would have to be careful, like I'm a University of Ilorin student, so just know that whatever I'm saying as a University of Ilorin student. Whatever instance I'm giving, they are in sync with University of Ilorin. I'm not saying there are no, there will certainly be a group of people that they have the same interest and work. That is how politics is being run, whether mainstream or on campus. But on campus, you don't get to, as long as it's not a registered organization with the student affairs unit, you can't let it fly. You can't be open about it. Just like unlike in the mainstream politics. Yeah, my parents were displeased at first because I didn't tell them. They got to know from a third party. All my brothers were in on it because we stayed together when I was a freshman. They were finalists, and in fact, one of my brother was once the FinSec of his department. So he introduced me to it, and besides owing off, obviously, it was that brother that made me have that fantasy before Oyin now brought it to life. So they knew, but my parents did not know until 200 level after I tested for a faculty position. Then I got home for the holidays, and they decided to, Nigerian parents now, they decided to deal with that blow like kilo shaitan on the school. And there were allegations, flew here and there fact, they thought I was a cultist. I had to make them understand that you can't be a cultist and do politics in Ilorin. There are two parallel lines that won't meet. It might happen elsewhere, but not in Ilorin, because everybody that is involved in politics in one way or the other in this on campus in school in Ilorin here, they are always being checked from their CGPA to their past records. In fact, so I, but it took a lot of convincing before they eventually agreed, and now we are on the same page. He supports me 100%. My parents support me, my siblings support me, everybody from home supports me, and they understand my decisions. Okay, if I begin to highlight the mistakes students in politics make in University of Ilorin, we might the time here will not be enough. So I'll just mention a few of them and we'll move on. One of them is the fact that many students think when they do politics here, it's just for their CV and that's the end. No. See, there's this Yoruba, it's not really an adage, there's this Yoruba saying, Omi leyan. You'd come and, you meet outside again. You'd come and go. We can't say okay after school we will not meet again. So if you don't make enemies in politics, that's just all I'm trying to say. Even in mainstream politics, there are no enemies. So I don't know why some students will, for the sake of politics in quotes, make enemies. We don't make enemies in politics. Two, this is particularly for those aspiring to be politicians. They are quick to forget that they are public figures. Even if you are not occupying the position yet, as long as you have the aspiration in your heart that this is what I want to be, start acting like it. Because you don't know there are people watch you. That's the thing. Many students are usually shocked when they see their past coming to haunt them in during screenings. It's called screening when they screen them. Their past comes to haunt them. It shocks some, it annoys many others. Things that are very very avoidable. The school's rules. Ignorance is never an excuse in So if you are interested, like, don't make sure you are not ignorant on anything. Every little rule in the book, know them. So if even if you will not be following every rule to the letter, you know how to find your way around them without breaking the law. Don't be ignorant, especially on laws, on rules that are guiding you. Even if you walk your way around them, at least you should know what you are walking your way around. It's not like you see people, stepping on white tiles and you just feel like, let me just follow suit and step on white tiles. No, you should know why they are stepping on white tiles. It might be that they are stepping on the white tiles just so to make the tiles, wear off and all. You should know the reason. You should know the rationale behind it. Another thing is, if you are interested in politics, information is key. Even if you are not the source of information, if you are not the source, make sure you have 1, 2, 3 legit information blogs. Information is power. It is the information that you have that the information you have is how much information you have is the amount of power you have over the people around you and all. It's the information you can give out. Information is just it. Just have enough information, and please don't ever forget yourself. Always be conscious of the fact that you are a public figure. You are an example to others. Whether you won in an election, whether you've even contested or not, as long as you are interested in politicking, and not just for politicians, as long as you are going to be a leader someday in one extracurricular activity, even in your curricular activities as a scholar, you should never to be, there's this saying, never to be caught unfresh. Yes, never to be caught too rude, never to be caught doing one thing or the other that is against the books, because people look up to you. Okay, the simple answer is yes, when the time is right. I can't say this is exactly the time or this is the condition. I just know when the time is right. When the time is right means when the conditions are right also. The time cannot be right with the wrong conditions. So I'll tell you yes when the time is right. Most memorable political moment. Probably the election I won without support. I'll put it that way. Because I was ill prepared. I've been doing my groundwork. On the day of election. I was supposed to mobilize. I could not mobilize anybody. Like I came alone from my faculty. It was not a faculty election. It was an election for my indigenous association. Then to hold the post. Um, the person that was coming, my opponent, he had the experience already. He was already in a similar position in his faculty. Now he mobilized people from his own faculty down to the for the election. But as fate would have it, it was a landslide victory for me that day. Like I was wild on that day. To be honest, I that day was so it was not something I expected and it happened. I walk a lot. When I need to relax, when I'm tensed, I just take a walk, or I sit down among faculty of art students, not HIS, those that are into theater. I sit down, watch them perform, watch them rehearse. Art still has a way of cooling me down. Theater has a way of cooling me down. If I'm not working, I'm appreciating the work of art. Five things I can't leave my hostel with: my hand, my leg, my face, my every part of my body. Obviously, if you count the parts of my body, you're already more than five. But then my key, my house key, because I walk around with a bunch of. I just reduce the amount of the number of keys on the bunch. So yeah, maybe my bunch of keys. I'm never to be caught without a pen. I'm always with a pen, whether I need it, whether I don't need it. I'm always with a pen. And yes, my ID card, not just because I'm a politician, but because I know anything can happen. That is how I'll be recognized. That's the first way I'll be recognized. And also my phone. If you know me, you know I'm someone that does not like my phone being dead. So I'm always with my phone and I'm always replying messages because there are always many messages to reply. There are always many other things to do too. That's four. Only. What else? Yes, I always have a notepad. If I'm with my pen, then certainly I'll have a notepad. See, I take notes wherever I am. So, what's the point? What's the point of a pen without a notepad to jot things down? Shout out to Betty for this video. Shout out to our friends, Betty's friends and my friends. Um, Comfort, Precious, Success, my brother Elijah, Emmanuel, my brothers, my friends Tayo, they've been my pillars since day one. Actually, I can. When I say time management and all, I still have to have people that help me with some things when you joke, and these people have been there, and whenever I call them, they be food soldier always on the ground to answer. Tayo, Halima, Tayo, Toby, and a host of others, like especially my department people, 500 level mechanical engineering students. A very big shout out to you. 500 level engineering students in 2023. A very big shout out to you.